Hello, this is CJ, Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning Zoom edition. It's Christmas Eve, December 23rd, 2024. And Bitcoin and Ethereum have just been putzing around, going sideways for the last week or so. It's been a little disappointing. Not much Christmas cheer in that. But then again, it's over 90K. So let's look at some X posts from the former Twitter. I thought there was a pretty good summary on here. Okay. Kyle Chasse, my favorite crypto cheerleader. First thing he writes, MicroStrategy bought around over 5,200 Bitcoin between the 15th and 22nd of December, and that's bullish. And then I think I'm going the wrong way. He had another post up here too. Yeah, here we go. In case you need a reminder, a year ago, Bitcoin was 43K. So let's not get it twisted. 95K is massive. Yeah, it's more than doubled since in a year. So gotta love that. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. This is the day chart. And as you can see, we broke up to 108. We were talking about that last week, but it didn't hold. Cratered back down to well below 100,000, down to 92.5. Dipped there again earlier today, and now we're back up to 94.5. So it's working its way back up, but it's in the low to mid 90s. A little bit of a bummer, but not too much of a surprise. We've got people getting away from the markets to do their Christmas thing. So it wouldn't surprise me if we went sideways and dipped down a little bit until till New Year. Ethereum looking about the same, down to 3,400. Pretty much a green candle today though. So that's looking good. But we did dip down all the way down to 3,100 on Friday. So market's going mostly sideways and dipping down a little bit. Craig and I were talking about Solana, and that's below 200, which is kind of a bummer. So I bought a swing trade in the low 200s, thinking that was a good place to get in. Maybe should have waited a little longer on that. See, dip down to the 170s, then a green candle for today, and another one starting to form. Maybe this will push over 200 before the new year. Okay, any comments, questions, prognostications regarding the markets overall before we go to Altcoin Alert? Let's do it. Altcoin Alert. Easy mode is off. I'm on the altcoin radar. I want all the information, all the columns. My first sort will be the AA score. After I refresh, I just refreshed. And sort by AA score. Got some coins I don't really know that well in the 80s here. Hive Mapper, Elon, and more props. I looked up Hive Mapper, which is ticker sign honey, and surprise, it's on Coinbase. Did not know. It's had a really nice move. It's up over 20% today, and it's up 60%
Weren't
in,
Crib Nation talking about that the other day?
I don't remember, something like
They were
this.
talking about something honey.
Might have been this one, up 60% in a day. So that's a nice move. And again, it's on Coinbase, something you can trade there. And what I like about it is on the RTI, it's starting to dip below the 50. It's going to be pretty close. See, we had that happen here, dip below the 50, and then took off. Almost hit the 50 here and then took off. So it's bouncing off these dips pretty well. If you're spot trading on Coinbase, it's maybe something you want to look at and set an alert. You right click on the RTI, add an alert. You can choose, cross over on the 50 or crossing up on the 50. Once per bar close, if you want to do it every time or look at it every time it happens. Alert name, I usually use the information source, AA score in this case. Notifications, notify an app on my phone. Toast notification, be a pop-up on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop, and choose whichever sound you want. You can go with the classic sounds or choose some of these new ones. All right. So that's Hive Mapper on Coinbase. It's the day trade layout, which I didn't describe. I'm using the supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo. That's a free indicator on TradingView. And that's showing me resistance, which I call the red zone, and support, the green zone. And if you guys want this layout, email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com and I'll send you a link to it. And you don't have to recreate it from scratch. The RTI is a relative trend index. I use this for alerts, usually to break below the 20 and come back up. It's a good entry for a long, similar to the 1, 2, 3 dip that iCoinPro teaches. And then we have, I'm an experienced day trader. I'm trading both directions, longs and shorts. So I will also do shorts frequently if the RTI breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, like we have here. So to trade both directions, you get alerts on both directions. You do this. We're going to enter a channel, 80 on the top, 20 on the bottom, once per bar close, and the rest is the same. So that's how you do that. So let's go over to the 1 hour chart on the swing trade layout. And I'm using the same indicators for support and resistance, the supply and demand visible range. And then for alerts, I'm using the supertrend because it's alert friendly. Trendio LSMA for confirmation. My ideal entry on a swing trade is something like this that comes out of the green zone with the buy signal in the LSMA, which is a moving average turning green. When that happens, that's something I want to seriously consider. In this scenario, that happened, and we would have gotten in maybe here. Maybe it dips down, then shoots back up. 40%, that's a great swing trade. And we can get a similar trade right now if we set an alert on the super trend, right click. You can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions. If you want the buy signal, the long signal, click on buy only once. It's AA score purchase. And then I usually use a different sound, handbell, something like that. All right. And so you probably get that signal around here to the red zone. You've got about 10%. I look for 10% more on my swing trades, usually to retrace back to the red zone, or if we could use a 4 hour chart and get back to maybe a higher zone. This Hive Mapper coin was up 12, almost 13 cents, actually 14 cents briefly earlier this month on the 5th. So that could be another target for your swing trade. It just might take longer to get there. Okay. Any questions on Hive Mapper as either a swing trade or a day trade? All right. Let's see what else we have on Altcoin Alert. And I should say, just generally, I'm going to be cautious about trading. I may not even do any on tomorrow or on Christmas Day, but 26th, 27th, I'll probably do some. Just be cautious. Maybe go in half your usual amount. So we're not going to have as much volume on those days due to the holidays. Okay, so that was an AA score. Let's look at social activity, sort by that. It'll match up social activity with trading activity and see if we can find any that we've ever actually even heard of. Here's Hive, Zen, Frax, FTT, Steam, getting some older projects in here. Aave. I think we had a note about Aave earlier today from one of our attendees. And we have thumbs up on both. It's up 21% today. Let's check out Aave. Do day trade first. All right, so we're a little late for this one. It's broken above the 80. It's been above the 80 for a while. Starting to dip back down. Could be ready for a short, but each time it breaks above the 80, it kind of bounces back up. So this has been 4 fake outs in a row on a short. So I don't like that. I don't think I'd short this. Don't like that at all. So on a long, this might be one you take above that breaks above the 50. Like we have that here. Get my horizontal or vertical line. Yeah, break above the 50 here, and it takes off. Same thing happens here, takes off. And that's the last time it was below 50. So on your alert, right click, add an alert on the 50, on the RTI, crossing up on the 50 or cross over 50. Either one would work. You know the rest. So Aave dips below 50 and comes back up. That could be the time to get in. Let's look at our swing trade option. And yeah, it's got pretty significant resistance here this month at 400. So we're at 378 now. It's still got a buy printing, so I think I'd catch the next buy signal on this. Right click on the super trend, add an alert, choose the buy, and you know the rest from here. So the next buy is probably going to print maybe around here somewhere. And then you've got, 10 to 15% up to the red zone. So that's what I would do. Try to catch it down here between the 350 and 360, and then ride it back up to 395 or 400. Okay, any questions on Aave? Pretty good potential on either a swing or a day trade. All right, so that was social activity sort, 1 hour projected range. Alpha, RSR. I'm not familiar with these very much. You might want to look at alpha and RSR though. Let's go to short-term sentiment. Try to match that up with Elder Impulse hourly sentiment, what people are talking about online, like on Twitter. Elder Impulse, technical indicator, when these match up, that can be a good combination. And trying to look for coins that I know, SXP, Cream, that one. Ondo is bullish on both short-term sentiment and Elder Impulse. Let's look at that one. So, okay, it's on Coinbase, Ondo Finance. I know the Crypt Nation guys like this one. And it just dipped below the 80, bounced off the 50. So I think breaking above the 50 is a way to get in on this one. Could be a little more conservative, wait till it breaks below the 20. Actually spent most of this week below the 20. So add an alert, cross over the 50, and you know the rest from there. I at least want to see it cross, dip below the 50 and cross back up, excuse me. But waiting for a dip below the 20 would be reasonable as well. Okay, on the swing trade option, it's a nice retrace to 210. The buy just triggered, and we're coming out of the green zone with a green Trendio LSMA. I like this setup a lot. We had a couple red candles on the hour, but we have a green one. I'll just turn red. Printing now. Got in now and wrote it back up 20% plus. I like that. Go to like 199, 19%. Yeah, I like Ondo as a swing. So you guys might want to check it out. Looks pretty good. Okay, any questions on Ondo? All right. We'll do one more on Altcoin Alert, my final sort, long-term sentiment, which is pretty good for swing trades, I think. Match up long-term sentiment with Elder Impulse Daily. And when you get a match, that's worth checking out. But right now, I'm getting bullish on the sentiment and bearish on the impulse. Got a match here on Dexy. Might be the only one. Oh, here we go. Zen, Flow. That's about it. Haven't looked at Zen in a while. Is that on my list? Yes. All right, we'll look at Zen as a, flip the script a little bit. Look at this first as a swing. Yeah, big pump up at 36. So this might be played out already. Yeah, the last buy signal was last night. So this is where I want to look at the longer term frame or term chart and see if we have some other retraces. No, that's the high for the 4 hour. How about the day? Yeah, it's the high for the day chart too. You go week or month, then yeah, you're going, like last year, 2022, it's up to 48.50. I don't want to be in a trade that long, so not really liking this as a swing as far as a retrace potential. So if you want to do it, I'd say set an alert on the super trend and catch the next buy signal and see how much room there is to reach the red zone. Try to catch 5 or 10% fairly quickly. Okay, on the swing trade setup layout, we are above the 80 all the way up to 130 on the RTI. But it has done pretty well breaking above the 50. Hasn't dipped below the 20 at all. So I think you want to catch that break above the 50 and then ride that up. That looks good to me. We had that move here and here. Big move up. So set that alert on the RTI, break above the 50, and go from there. Okay, any questions on Zen? Okay, anything on Altcoin Alert before I head over to iCoinPro? iCoinPro, home of the 1, 2, 3 dip. Look at a couple over there. We're zipping along pretty fast on a Christmas Eve. All right, here I am on the iCoinPro. I've been using the Buddy Coin Crawler a lot lately. I'm looking for values around 4% and higher. You get some kind of gaudy numbers here. And this is the average low, 24-hour low to the SMA line, which is that red line you see between the green lines, the Bollinger Bands on my charts. So, which one? Yeah, these green lines here are the Bollinger Bands, and the red line's the SMA line. So that's how that works. And I looked at Key today and Hive, Steam. These are older projects. Key, let's look at Key. This one might be on Coinbase too. No, it's on Kraken though. So Americans can trade it. Well, this is indicative of not great volume, so keep that in mind. Right now I'm on the day trade option, and I think you'd want to catch movements above the 50, maybe the 20. 20 might be better. Because each time we had a move above the 20, it made a decent move. Like we get that move here, and a nice move up, and another one here, and a pretty good move up. So I think you want to set that alert below the 20. Right click on the RTI, crossing up from the 20. You can go with once per bar close if you want to leave it on all day. Alert name, long-term sentiment. No, wait, this is a Buddy Coin Crawler. The rest. So let's look at this as a swing. It's a pretty good swing setup. It's coming out of the green zone. The LSMA just turned green, but we don't have a green signal yet on the super trend, which probably would happen about here if you set the alert. And your retrace potential is amazing, over 70%. I don't think I'd be that. Maybe I go here, some resistance, catch that 20%. Some more resistance here. That's a 44% move. So yeah, this one's really has potential on Kraken. So set your alert on the super trend, buy, and you know the rest. Looks pretty good as a swing trade. Any questions on Key? What else do we have? Something I actually put an alert on. Zen we looked at. OPT. Tezos. H-bar. I've been trading H-bar a lot lately. It doesn't have a big reading. It's only 3.5, but that kind of rounds up to 4. So you look at H-bar. Does pretty good day trade movements. So let me get over there to the RTI. Does some of this action. Come on, let's go. Yeah, it does this choppiness here. That can be good for day trades. I'm only looking for 1 to 1.5% movement on the chart. I'm at 10x leverage on foreign exchange. But if you're, do more manually trading, or spot trading may want to go for bigger moves. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. You can catch it above the 50. And it's made some nice moves breaking above the 50. Here's one here. Made this nice move. And here. Made another nice move. And here. Another one. So three good moves in a row off breaking above the 50. So I think this is a nice day trading contender. Look at the swing trade option. And we're a little late. You can see this buy was pretty good though. Right here, dips a little, then takes off. You're up 10%. So I think I tried to catch the next buy on the H bar if you want to do a swing trade. It dips a little bit and then prints a sell, then prints another buy around here somewhere. Still have about 10% to the red zone. Okay, any questions on the H bar? That's about all I had for iCoinPro and Altcoin Alert. Any coins you guys want to look at or talk about or anything? You guys have been really quiet today. All right. Well, I will let you go on Christmas Eve. Thanks for joining me a couple days before Christmas, and hope the best for you and yours. I may be traveling on Thursday, visiting a friend down south in Arizona. I will let you know on the Slack group and via email if I'm holding a call on Thursday. So, Merry Christmas. See you next time. Bye.